In this video, we're gonna talk about one of the most iconic and enigmatic structures in the world, the Pyramid of Giza. The Great Pyramid, as it also known. It was built around 4,500 years ago, during the reign of Pharaoh Khufu, and it is the largest and oldest of the three pyramids located on the Giza plateau in Egypt. Standing at an impressive height of 147 meters, it was the tallest man-made structure in the world for over 3,800 years, until the construction of the Lincoln Cathedral in England in the 14th century. To put it into perspective, the Great Pyramid is still taller than the Statue of Liberty and the Big Ben in London, and only slightly shorter than the Eiffel Tower. Today, the Pyramid of Giza remained a fascinating mystery and a testament to the ancient Egyptians' incredible engineering skills and cultural legacy. Can you imagine a structure standing for over 4,500 years through the hot summers, storm, rain, and extreme weather? There is no other surviving structure as old as this and as big as this. The more we go back in time, the more difficult it gets to figure out what happened, when, and how was this made possible. What's up everyone, and welcome to our YouTube and Facebook channel. If you are watching our channel for the first time, please consider subscribing. And if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up. And now, let me tell you, how were these pyramids built? What we know and what we don't know. The construction of the Pyramid of Giza is a remarkable achievement of the ancient engineering, accomplished without modern-day machinery. It is estimated that the Great Pyramid of Giza was built in the year 2560 BC by the Pharaoh Khufu. The monarchs of ancient Egypt are known as pharaohs. We don't know how much about Pharaoh Khufu, except that he was the second monarch of the 4th dynasty of the Old Kingdom of Egypt. His reign is a highly debated topic. However, some historian estimates claim 23 years, some 34 years, and some more than 60 years. The pyramids of Giza are located on the Giza Plateau, which is situated on the west bank of the Nile River, about 10 miles southwest of the city of Cairo in Egypt. The plateau consists of a limestone ridge that rises to an elevation of around 100 meters above sea level, and it is in the location that the three largest pyramids were constructed. It isn't the only pyramid. You'd see two other pyramids built on the same site. Of the three, the tallest is the Pyramid of Giza, also known as the Pyramid of Khufu. Smaller than it is the Pyramid of Khafre, the second largest pyramid in Egypt, built by Khufu's son Khafre. The third and the smallest is the Pyramid of Menkaure, built by Khafre's son. These are the only monuments from the era. In addition to these are the Great Phoenix, several burial tombs, and smaller pyramids. There are said to be a total of 118 pyramids of varying shapes and sizes. Many of them have been eroded by weather. Very few are in good condition. Perhaps the most well-preserved are these three pyramids, especially the Great Pyramid of Giza. Now the first question is, what was the reason for building these pyramids? The construction of the pyramids in ancient Egypt was closely tied to the religious beliefs and political power of the pharaohs, who were considered divine rulers with the ability to access the afterlife. The pyramids were built as massive tombs for the pharaohs, designed to protect their bodies and possessions in the afterlife and to ensure their continued power and influence. After they died, their bodies were mummified and then sealed in a wooden or stone coffins. There are two main reasons for this theory. First, we have discovered script written on several other pyramids, text on such coffin and pyramids that tell us about their customs. Second, a majority of the historical pyramids in Egypt and Sudan have been used as tombs, but specifically speaking, in the Great Pyramid of Giza, no substantial evidence was found regarding this. So people come up with their own alternative theories. When the archaeologists entered the Great Pyramid, they found 3 relics and an empty coffin. The coffin is believed to be Khufu, and treasure that must have surrounded it is believed to have been looted before the archaeologists got to it. One of the most significant discoveries was made in tomb of Tutankhamun, which was discovered by Howard Carter in 1922. The tomb contained a vast collection of treasures, including the famous gold funerary mask of Pharaoh, as well as jewelry, furniture, and other artifacts. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb sparked a renewed interest in ancient Egypt and had a lasting impact on popular culture. In addition to the treasures and artifacts found in the tombs and pyramids, archaeologists have also uncovered evidence of the social and economic organization of ancient Egyptian society, including the complex system of labor and agriculture that made the construction of pyramids possible. They have also made important discoveries related to ancient Egyptian religion and culture, providing insights into the belief and practices of the ancient civilization. There are several misconceptions about the pyramids of Egypt that are often perpetuated in popular culture despite being inaccurate or misleading. Here are a few examples. First, the pyramids were built by slaves. While it is true that large number of workers were involved in the construction of pyramids, there is no evidence to support the idea that they were slaves. In fact, most of the workers were likely skilled labor who were well compensated for their work. Second, the pyramids are aligned with the stars. While the alignment of the pyramids with certain astronomical phenomena is often noted, such as the alignment of the Great Pyramid with the North Pole, there is no evidence to support the idea that the pyramids were built specifically as astronomical observatories. Third, the pyramids are filled with hidden chambers and secret tunnels. While there are indeed chambers and passages within the pyramids, there is no evidence to suggest that they contain secret chambers or hidden treasures. 4. The pyramids were built quickly and haphazardly. In reality, the construction of the pyramid was a highly planned and organized process that likely took many years to complete. The precision and the accuracy of construction methods used to demonstrate the skill and expertise of the ancient Egyptian engineers and craftsmen. Now we get to the biggest question: how were these pyramids built? To answer this, let's understand. The construction of the pyramids of Egypt required a massive amount of materials, including stone, wood, and other resources. The outer layer of the pyramids were made from large blocks of limestone, which were carried from nearby location and transported to the building site. Some of the internal chambers and passages were constructed using granite, which is much harder and more durable stone than limestone. A type of mortar made by gypsum and lime was used to bind the stones together. Wooden beams were used to support the internal chambers and passages of the pyramid. The workers used a variety of copper tools to shape and cut the stone blocks, including chisels, saws, and drills. Water was essential for the construction process, and it was brought to the building site from the Nile River. In total, about 5.5 million tons of limestone, 8,000 tons of granite, and 500,000 tons of mortar were used. Most of these materials were sourced from nearby areas. At most, they were brought in from the region of southern Egypt. That was around 800 kilometers from the site. Now, a major question is, how were these stones moved? Back then, wheels weren't used in cars. There wasn't a vehicle with wheels that they could load up with stones and easily pushed into the site. A possible theory is that they built rafts that floated on the river to move the stones from the quarries. And once the stones were at the pyramid, they were stacked on top of each other using sledges over wet ground. In recent years, archaeologists and historians have developed new theories and insights in how the pyramids of Egypt were constructed. One of the most intriguing new theories suggests that the workers who built the pyramids used a complex system of construction to transport the massive stone block to the building site. According to this theory, the workers would have constructed a series of ramps alongside of the pyramid, allowing them to transport the stone blocks to the higher and higher levels as the pyramid grew taller. They would have used a combination of levers, pulleys and sledges to move the blocks along the ramps, and then used a system of counterweights and pulleys to lift the blocks into place once they have reached the appropriate level. We know that the pyramid was completed within 20 years. If 20,000 people transported each stone like this, a stone needs to be placed every 3 minutes each day all around the year. It seems quite unlikely that they would have worked so rapidly. These theories sound reasonable, but they do not completely explain what had happened exactly. We do know that the layers at the bottom were placed without mortar, and then mortar was added to the layers on top. That increases the stability of a structure. This is why, throughout thousands of years, the pyramids of Giza still stand despite several earthquakes. There is also a mystery regarding the mortar. Though scientists know the chemistry of mortar used, they have not been able to recreate it. And finally, the last step of construction was the outermost layer of the pyramid. It was made of fine whitish limestone. It meant that when sunlight fell on it, these pyramids would shine white brilliantly. This was lost over thousands of years. The outermost layer have worn off from the pyramids of Khufu and Menkaure. But in pyramid of Khafre, you can still see a part of the layer at the top. Another interesting fact that the pyramids are designed in a way that the directions point exactly toward north, east, south and west. In 1989, Robert Bauval, an author and Egyptology enthusiast, came up with the Orient correlation theory. He claimed that the three pyramids in Giza were aligned similarly to three stars of the Orion's belt. He believed that the alignment was intentional and that the ancient Egyptians knew astronomy, that they would track the stars at night and study them, and accordingly they harvested various crops at certain times. Historians believe this to be a fringe theory. Fringe refers to something that isn't mainstream. Some points that are used against this theory is that the three pyramids weren't planned at the same time. Neither were they built at the same time. And when this theory was tested by astronomers in 1999, studying the pyramids in the context of the stars in the Orion's belt, it was found that the pyramids do not align exactly with it. When faced with a lack of concrete evidence or an exact explanation, people often resort to creating their own ideas and beliefs. However, this can lead to a bizarre and unfounded theories, such as the idea that the pyramids were built by aliens. Such theories go against the principles of scientific thinking, which require us to acknowledge what we know and what we do not know. Rather than taking shortcuts to come up with an answer, it is important to approach these mysteries with an open and curious mind, using the tools of science and critical thinking to uncover the truth. By doing so, we can continue to unravel the mysteries of the past and gain a deeper understanding of the world around us. The pyramids of Egypt are truly remarkable structures that continue to captivate the imaginations of people around the world. While much remains unknown about their construction and purpose, modern-day archaeologists and historians have made great strides in unraveling their mysteries. By exploring the fascinating history and cultural significance of the pyramids, we can gain a deeper appreciation for the achievements of our ancient ancestors and the rich tapestry of human history. I hope this video from Let Me Tell You has provided you with valuable insights and an appreciation for the wonders of the ancient world. Thank you for watching.